Hello everybody, so today I have my Vinylmation, Disney Vinylmation collection that I want to share. I've kind of stopped collecting them for a little while, so I figured I could probably just show you what my collection looks like so far. And I kind of don't really buy like boxes of them. I just kind of, if I see one or two that I like, I kind of just try and find them. So that's why my collection's not that big, but still, still big enough to where I would like to share it. And I'm gonna try and go through these as fast as I can because there is quite a few. So I'm just gonna start with this one, and the reason it has my name on top of it is because this is actually the first vinyl I ever got. And this was from my brother. He got it from the Disney store a couple years ago. And this is from the second series of the animation one. And I really didn't even know these existed at the time. And these are blind boxes, so you don't know which one you get. And I think honestly he got it for me, and he didn't really care much for the character, so he just gave it to me, which I don't mind because I did like the character. And this one, his name is Jose, and he is from an older Disney film with Donald Duck, The Three Caballeros, which, translates to the Three Cowboys. So this is one of the characters. And at the time I didn't really appreciate, this is basically vinyl figures and then artwork on them. So I didn't start collecting right away, not until recently. This year I actually started collecting these. And now this one is from the Little Mermaid series. This one recently came out, I think, but I like to keep the boxes, or at least one of them, because they look really cool. And I honestly didn't really like much of the characters for this one, but the one that really caught my eye was King Trident. I don't know why, but I really liked the blue color. I really liked his trident, and I don't know, it just really looked cool, so I really wanted just this one. The other ones, not so much. Yeah, because I like it when they kind of have their faces smaller instead of like how they had Sebastian or the other characters where it's like real up close of their face. I mean, they're still kind of cool, but it just kind of looks a little awkward to me. So this one I really I think came out the best, probably. And then now I have this Spline King series, and like I said, I don't really like how some of them, their faces are really up close or something like that. So the ones that I liked were Scar, and his isn't so bad. It doesn't look too awkward. Plus it's Scar, and he's probably one of the cool. I don't know if cool is probably the best word, but he's one of the coolest villains so far. Since I got Scar, I had to get Mufasa. And they're both just kind of really angry. So it kind of shows how their relationship is. And this one is the Robot Series 4, and in this one is the villains. And I got Scar, of course. His looked the most like his, so that's why I got this one. because the other ones do look like the other ones, but I just, you know, this was the one that I thought looked the best, in my opinion at least. I mean, I guess Captain Hook and Jafar looked pretty cool, but I forgot his name, but the leader of the Huns, his was kind of difficult. It took me a bit to realize which his character was, and Cruella's. I mean, it looks cool, but it took me a while. And Syndrome's, well, his looks okay. And then this one is the Vinylmation Park Series 11. And this one's just basically characters from the park. And at least so I thought, but like, you know, rides or something you would find at the Disney parks. But they do have some characters from actual Disney movies. Like they have Crush, they have Francis from Bug's Life, they have the Genie, and they have Minnie. And kind of like in loving memory of Robin Williams, I got the Genie in this fancy outfit. I think you can get him in another series, but I really liked him in this one. Plus, they just came out with the Aladdin series, so you can also get him in that one, and I think he looks pretty cool in that one too. But since I already have this one, I figured, you know, it's alright. This one is from the Vinylmation Animation Series 1. And I just had to get Mushu, and I think they've changed it because this is from the first series, and I think this is like one of the first ones, or if not the first one that came out. And this is back when it was like kind of basically the same duplicate as Mickey, because, you know, it's got the ears and even got like the imprint of Mickey's face. You might not be able to see it, but you can see it and feel it in person. And then down here it even has like the buttons to the front of his pants and his gloves, so I think they've changed that since then. But yeah, I really like Mushu, so I had to get this one, even though it's kind of like an older one. And then these two are from the series 2 of the animation one, from like the very first one that I got. So here's Blue. And I can't wait for the new live action Jungle Book movie. I was a little skeptical at first, but it looks pretty cool, so I can't wait to see it. And he is one of my favorite characters from that movie, so. And then the other character I got was Jiminy Cricket. His just looks really, really cool. And since this is from like an earlier series, I don't think you can take his hat off. I think in the newer ones you can take like their accessories off because they come separate. And then this is the Disney Pixar Series 1. And basically it just shows like a bunch of characters from Pixar movies. And those are like the characters that you can get. And for these ones, I got Flick from Bug's Life. I don't know why, but a lot of people really just don't like this movie, or they just, you know, it's kind of forgetful. But when I was younger, I used to watch it all the time, so I really like these. And then here's Remy from Ratatouille. It's kind of funny how this is newer than the Mushu one, but the Mushu one, they had like an actual tail, and this one it's just painted on. Probably because they were afraid that they were breaking or something. And then I got King Fergus from Brave, and it's really cool how he has like his actual peg leg, and yet he's still able to stand. And I also have Doug from Up, and I just really love his expression. Just shows how happy he is all the time. And the last one that I got from the series was Mr. Incredible. It's very shiny. And then I have this Villains one, which is Series 1. And then for this one I got Sean Yu, that's his name. And it also comes with a card. I don't think all of them do, but some of them come with cards, and I guess this one came with it. This actual artwork right here. So that's kind of cool. Because these are basically artwork. Because actual artists, you know, make these, and I completely have been forgetting about that, but like the artist's name is underneath. If you haven't seen these before. And this one is kind of older because you can kind of see Disney. You can see Mickey's imprinted nose right there on his chin. Oh my gosh, it says it right on the back. I would have just turned it around, but that's basically, or not basically, I think that's what it says right here. And I'm not doing these in any particular order, as you can probably tell, because these are really just random. And this isn't like when I got them, but I got this Frozen one, and a lot of people didn't really like how the characters looked in this one, and I kind of had to agree a little bit. I mean, they still look kind of nice, but not enough for me to really like get the whole series. I only got Olaf, and I don't know why, but I had to get the Chaser Olaf, because I don't know. Sometimes I'm like that, where I had to have the most exclusive one or something. So I got the Chaser figure. And it's so cool because you can see the sun and then a bumblebee. And this is kind of what I was talking about, how you can take like the accessories off. So that's kind of cool, even though I'm not planning to take it off or anything. And then like the hula skirt as well if you don't want it on there. So this one is a D23 Japan exclusive one, because I don't know if they've been here in America before. Probably not, unless it was at D23, but I don't know. And all the writing is in Japanese, so I'm gonna assume that it was only in Japan. Plus it says right here like how much you can pay for, how much somebody paid for it, but you know, I didn't find it there. I just bought it on eBay. And those are like the characters you can get. You can get Winnie the Pooh, Mikey, the Fantasia Mickey. You can get Tinkerbell, you can get Woody, Buzz, and then there's an exclusive, and I can't remember who that is. But since I didn't get him before, I had to get Sully. So it's kind of cool that this one's kind of one of those more exclusive ones. And it's Sully also. And I think they did a really good job on this one. Because if I remember correctly, on the Monsters University blind boxes they had, I don't think I really liked how they looked, so I went with this one because I liked how he looks better on this one. And I already did like a blind box opening for these Disney Robots one, Series 3. but I'm gonna show them anyways. So out of those ones, this one's probably the most I've gotten from a series. And I got Pinocchio, which I just, you know, he's one of my favorite characters from Disney, and he just looks awesome, and I love how Jiminy is on the back. And then the Mad Hatter, and his hat comes off, and he looks awesome. And I just love this teal, bluish, greenish color. And then Winnie the Pooh, he looks awesome, and his stomach's kind of see-through because I think you can shine a light through there and it lights up, but I don't have that. And then here's the White Rabbit, he looks pretty cool. And here's Donald. And then Minnie. And at first I didn't really want to get her, but she came in one of the blind boxes, like one of the random ones that I got, and she actually looks pretty cool. Plus, I didn't have a Minnie Mouse before, so it's kind of nice that I finally got one. And here's another Villain Series 2. And for this one, I got Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. You can also get a Shere Khan from the Jungle Book Series 1, but I think I got this one first before I even noticed there was a Jungle Book one. But he is a pretty cool villain as well. Kind of ironic that some of my favorite villains are animals. And then this one, they look a little interesting, but these boxes are the Whiskers and Tails series, and it's basically just all the kind of, well, I don't want to say side characters, but like some of the characters maybe that are the most loved, maybe most lovable, kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but it's mostly just the pet. For these ones, I got Baby Pegasus. He just looks, he looks so cool, and I love how they gave him wings. And I like how there's like a cloud underneath, because, you know, he's up in the sky. And the other one I got was Bolt, when he learned how to beg. And you know, you don't really see a lot of Bolt stuff, so I was really happy to get this one. I know that you can also get like a taller Bolt, but that one was pretty expensive, so I just, you know, settled for this one. And now I have another Pixar Series 2. So just more Pixar characters. And I have Mrs. Incredible, Helen. I also have Dot from Bug's Life, and I have Boo from Monsters, Inc., and Little Mikey. You know, Mikey's little stuffed monster, I guess. So, he came with her, and it was, this is actually how big, like, the little juniors are for the Vinylmation series. They're a little too small for me, but, you know, it's kind of cool that they had her with him. Now I have this Jungle Book one, later on when I found out about it. And here's the characters you can get. And now that I remember, like, now that I see the Shere Khan picture, yeah, I think the one that I got looked a little bit better. At least in my opinion. But I really like this box. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, it looks really cool. And I got Hottie Jr., I think is how you say his name. I might be wrong, sorry. And I really think he looks so cool, because he kind of was another one of my favorite characters. I mean, I liked all of them, but He was really funny in the movie. And it's so cool that they actually gave him, like, his trunk. Because, like, with the vinyls, you know, mostly they're just, like, painted on and everything. So I thought that was really cool that they did that for him. And he is one of the chasers. He's not one of the chasers, sorry. I didn't see him before. And these ones are, I'm getting kind of towards the end, so I'm just going to put these all together. These two are from Series 4, this is 3, and this is 5. So I'm just going to show all of them. So Ralph and Kronk are from the Series 4, and they just look so cool. I really do like how they made Ralph look more like you know, he was from a video game instead of because it's kind of hard to show a 3D character into, like, you know, painted on, but they did a really good job. And then Kronk's just looks so funny and so cool. He was so funny in the movie. I kind of wish they'd make a Cusco one, a llama, or him in his, you know, emperor outfit. And then they have Mowgli in the Series 3, and like I said, with the Jungle Book ones, I didn't like how they just showed their faces really up close. Like, it just doesn't look proportionate, and I like this better, how, you know, it looks a little bit more human, I guess. And then in the Series 5 is Felix, and they also did a really good job on this one. Next, I have this Beauty and the Beast series one, and this box is just really, like, just this box is like a piece of art. I mean, because they decided to go with, like, the theme of, like, that, at the beginning, how it looks like one of those glass window arts. It looks really cool. And there was actually a lot of characters for this series, and these ones are a little bit harder to find, or at least for a reasonable price. And honestly, I like Beauty and the Beast, but it's not my favorite movie. I mean, the only character I really, really liked was Beast, so that was the only one I got from the series. And because, spoiler, but the chaser figure is, you know, Prince Adam, just him as the prince. But I didn't, you know, I liked Beast more as the Beast instead of as Prince Adam. But he just looks awesome, his face. I mean, obviously it's on the front of the box. And then he comes with that little cape, which is, like, really stuck on there, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. But, oh, that's cool. I never even noticed there's, like, a magic mirror right on the bottom, right next to the person that made who made the design. I wonder if it's for all of them. I don't know. I didn't get any of the other ones, so I'm not sure. But he's probably one of my favorite vinyls that I have, just because of how well he looks. And then here is another villain, Series 5. And I got more due, because Brave is one of my favorite Pixar movies. And he's a pretty cool character. Again, one of my favorite villains, and he's an animal. And then they even have, like, the stones in the background, so that's pretty cool. Even have bones sticking out. This next one is the Edo, I think is how you say that. I might be wrong. The Edo series, and this one I think is from Japan as well. Yeah, because it's all in Japanese. And it's basically like the zodiac animals, and some of them are no, I think all of them are from Disney movies. I just don't recognize where that sheep is from, but later on I might try and get some of the other ones, but for now I only got 2 because since these ones are from Japan and they're kind of hard to find and they're kind of expensive, I only got 2. But just this box alone is just really cool. I just like the designs. Plus it's in Japanese, even though I can't read it. There's even footprints of all like the animals. So that's kind of cool. And so far the only ones I got were Remy and Pegasus. And I know I said I don't like how their faces are like enlarged, but since it's Pegasus, I guess I was a little bit more lenient on getting this one. And plus he's just like, he's gold, he's silver, and his face is actually pretty well done, so I didn't mind. But they're really, really cool, and they are actually really, really shiny. Kind of cool how like on the back of them they have like their footprint, so that's kind of cool. But like in the footprint it's the character for what they are, so I think it'd be like rat, horse, I think. I mean, don't quote me on that, I can't read that, so I don't know if that is or not, but that's just what my guess would be. But these 2 are also some of my favorites. And I'm hoping to get a Boo and the dragon one, and I forgot his name, and maybe Pumbaa, but we'll see. And now this is my last one, and probably my most favorite one. You can probably already guess who it is. It's kind of difficult to find these ones for a reasonable price, especially like a whole case of them. And I didn't really want duplicates, so I just, went with one, and it is Baymax, Armored Baymax. Honestly, I didn't really like their faces on the human ones. Yokai was pretty cool, and Fred was pretty cool, and like the Baymaxes were cool, but like for the actual people's faces, they weren't my favorite. So, but like I said, it's kind of hard to translate like the 3D look onto, onto a canvas. But yeah, Baymax is probably my favorite because it's just how well he's made, and he's just so far one of my favoriteest characters from Disney. It's kind of hard at first, but yeah, you can move the arms, and I'm not sure if I can move the head, and I don't want to try. But it's really cool how they have like the designs on there. Would have been really cool if they would have done like a Pegasus thing and like had the actual wings sticking out. That would have been awesome. So this is my Vinylmation collection thus far. I hope if you were interested in them that you can now probably go find some from the series that you liked. I tried to show as many pictures as I could of the actual boxes and like which ones you could get. And these are just the ones that I've liked so far and I've wanted, so this is just my little collection, well, kind of a big collection. And I almost forgot. I also have those ones right there. I did an opening on these ones, but I have those ones as well. What is it? Mechanical Kingdom series. And I think there's 2 more you can get. And I didn't get those ones, but I just kind of wanted like the main 5 characters. And I really like them because they look kind of steampunkish. So that, I forgot about those ones. So yeah, this is my collection. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Bye.